Thirdphaseofmoon.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special report for you today. We received some photographs in regards to experimental aircraft that was displayed in Dubai at a convention center. They're showcasing evidence that could be what we've all known as, for a long time, the TIC TAC. Recently, these photographs of this experimental aircraft known as the Flyter, developed by ICEAT, explains that they've discovered some kind of new way of flight. There's no need for wings or propellers. This thing, there's some kind of meta propulsion behind it. A meta propulsion that is unknown to the public at the moment, but right now the science is there. Apparently the meta behind this can make this craft hover in the sky and travel for hundreds of miles on one charge. What's behind it? What kind of technology is creating this lift on this object itself? Right now, there's some patents being developed and being put through before they release this technology to the public, but they're saying that it could be out in just a year from now. In this special report, we're gonna be breaking it down with our guest, Rich from GoofOn, including Dr. J and Michael from Dark Hour Paranormal. Let's just start it up. What do you got, GoofOn? What do you make of this new technology?
It looks like a Tic Tac. I'm not making this up. Next year in May, they're going to be bringing out the prototype of this vehicle, and it doesn't need wings, it doesn't need a propeller, it seats two and the luggage you need comfortably, and you can go about 140 kilometers on a charge, I guess. They're not telling us what the technology is. I can't imagine. What is it? Is it meta propulsion? Are they using meta materials? Is this back engineered alien technology being used for the public in cars? This scares me a little bit. Anytime we talk about flying cars, I get a little nervous because anything built by man can be taken down by man. So when you're talking about high technology, computers, things like that, people could actually hack it. And they could possibly take down the system, and all these cars that are flying around could drop out of the sky. It would be the ultimate attack. It's dangerous. I don't know what material they're using to make this thing fly. Well, I mean, you want to talk about anti-gravity. Some people don't believe in gravity. So I don't know what kind of technology will be used. Obviously, it'll be run by a computer. You just type in the destination you want to go to, and every car that's in that computer system is tracked, monitored, and you get to your destination from point A to point B in no time. But it does scare me because it is technology that we don't understand. What happens if you get in an accident or you crash and it explodes? What is it made of? Is it a nuclear fusion reactor? You know what I mean? Do we need 1.21 gigawatts of power? I mean, will a lightning bolt jumpstart your car one day if it's not going to work? I mean, this is crazy what they're talking about. No wings, no propellers. And it can go about 4,500 feet up. So it goes pretty high, it goes pretty far, and it's pretty cool. I just want to know what kind of anti-gravity propulsion are they using. Is it element 115? Did they happen to figure that out and control it, and they're using it now? They have to tell us next year. So we'll find out next year in May with this car that supposedly can fly without wings and propellers, seats two comfortably. All I want to know is, when's the hoverboard coming out?
All right, I'm glad to have Dr. J from Dr. J Radio Live with us. What's your thoughts on this new technology?
What does Russia have planned now? Obviously, a Tic Tac looking device that is meant to be traveling intra-city, meaning in the city, in short distances. Now, of course, we are in the 6 months to disclosure, so could this be the same technology that Commander David Fravor saw? Well, first of all, let's take a look at the shape. It is identical. I mean, clearly this looks like a Tic Tac. Now, Commander David Fravor is not a stupid person. And of course, being a pilot with tens of thousands of flight hours and a military pilot at that, he definitely knows what he saw. He did not claim he saw any windows or anything that looks at what we're looking at in this Russian technology. Moreover, what you're hearing about with this Russian technology is basically the limitations of it. Completely opposite of what Commander Fravor said. I mean, the lack of distances that this new Tic Tac, the Russian Tic Tac device can go. The maximum height it could travel to. I believe it's at 1,500 meters or something like that. Even the distances is very short. And let's also not forget that in the actual Tic Tac, when I say the actual Tic Tac, I'm referring to the David Fravor Tic Tac event. He described speeds that were beyond supersonic sounds or speeds, yet they did not break the speed barrier, the sound of speed. Moreover, you also have other aerodynamics. For instance, in the other gimbal and go fast videos where the right angle turns were being observed, where normally inertia would destroy whatever pilots or humans on board. Now, if this was Russian technology that was meant to be a drone and therefore inertia didn't apply to things like this, then I would have to say, okay, we're looking at something that's making a little progress. Now, I'll tell you what I ultimately think. Now we're going to get to the verdict. So, because we have the 6 months to disclosure countdown, what this reminds me of is the Avro car. Basically, in the 1950s, after everyone started seeing flying saucers, people up in Canada decided to build a flying saucer craft. Of course, it didn't work using our typical propulsion. It actually was a massive failure. What I'm gathering here is that the Russians are trying to create a Tic Tac type of aircraft that's going to be superior to what we have now, based upon what Commander David Fravor and others got to see. So, is this new and exciting technology? Absolutely. No propellers, no engines? Absolutely. However, I don't think we're going to see anything groundbreaking.
What's kind of interesting is that there's been a secret Space Force program just kind of revealed recently, just a couple years ago with their last administration. Now we've been seeing this new kind of tech that's kind of making the forefront. I know they've been talking about technology that's going to be revealed. What's interesting is that Russia has its own secret space force that's been in activity for over 2 decades. So what we're looking at is something different. They announced that this is something coming from the Russians. New technology. Now, they say this was going to be kind of showcased to the world sometime next year in March. That's kind of interesting due to the fact that they're showing us this prototype at this Dubai convention. What's the propulsion behind this? They're saying that there's no propellers or wings. That's fascinating to even comprehend what's behind this. Is there some sort of magnetic pull, some sort of new tech that we just haven't seen yet? Could this be reverse alien technology that the Russians had in their possessions for decades, and they're going to start implementing it in these new spacecraft or these transportation devices, Aeromobiles as they call it?
Oh, this is going to be fun, guys. Someone roll the Jetsons music. I mean, could the promises of the Jetsons finally be coming true? Could that small, autonomous, well, I don't know if it was autonomous. I think George Jetson got to fly his vehicle, but it held 2 plus enough luggage in this case. Their boy, Elroy. And so this company out of Russia, Next, created the Flyter Aeromobile and presented at the Dubai Expo recently. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Granted, it's just a drawing and a promise. And they say that there are no normal moving parts or engine or turbines or wings of any kind. And that the the way that they're going to fly this, they're applying for patents right now. So, some flags go up, of course, and you think, could this be a civilian version of the Tic Tac we've all heard about and seen? Could it be that Russia is the ones, or are the ones that possess the Tic Tac, and they want to get a leap on things by bringing it out in a civilian fashion? In this case, the Flyter, fully autonomous, goes, let's see, can travel 93 miles, up to 62 miles per hour, and up to 5,000 feet. Can land in a parking space, and all this by fully autonomous. Does this sound exciting, or should this be scary? Lots of questions about this. It's just a drawing, but they say the prototype will be ready next year. So I'm looking forward to seeing that and discovering what type of engine operates this vehicle, or is it toroidal, like the TR3B? It's exciting, it's interesting. I hope and pray it's not a publicity stunt, but it looks pretty darn cool. It kind of reminds me of Star Trek. Remember their little shuttle pods that would come flying down? It makes me think of that. But I wouldn't be too upset if I saw these flying around. I think they're pretty cool. Let's just hope it's real. But the fact it has no wings, no engine, will it be silent or will it make noise? Lots of questions. And the answers, of course, will come hopefully sooner than later. So we'll keep checking on this. It's a great story. It's really cool.
What's really interesting, right here at Third Phase Moon, over the past couple years, we've been receiving Tic Tac UFO sightings from America and other countries as well. It seems like they're in our skies at the moment and kind of showcasing themselves in a small scale. Maybe just like Blake said, some drip, small disclosure going on here. Some UFO factions have laid claims of these Tic Tacs as being a threat. Now it's coming from Russia technology apparently, so could these be what we're seeing in the sky? Some sort of like drone ship coming from our adversary? We're gonna find out what this is, what's the meta propulsion behind it, and let's get down to it. The implications behind this technology are astounding. Could this be the infamous technology behind the Tic Tac seen by our Navy pilots? How long has this tech been around? Is it a brand new discovery, or has it been in existence for a long time and they're just slowly bringing it out to us? Almost a slow drip disclosure. Who out there wants one of these for themselves? What would be the cost of one of these vehicles? We're gonna find out soon. And if you spotted any kind of craft that looks like the Flyter, submit that video to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. My email is in the description below. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. Be safe out there. Blake Cousins. We'll see you next time.
Are beyond any capability that we can identify with an Earth nation, either in delivery, in platform, something that a military is showing, or is in development.
The world's largest UFO hunt is on.
A black triangle, white sort of indicator lights on its peripheral tips, coming out of the water.
UFO investigators Blake Cousins in search of off-world vehicles along with his twin brother Brent Cousins. Is there ET presence among us? In search for the truth, disclosure is happening now. The UFO Report has the largest archive of the best UFO videos from around the world. Hidden secrets waiting to be unlocked. Incredible UFO videos captured around the world by the public.
Underwater UFOs, which behave in ways that science can't explain.
If you ever wondered whether we're alone in the universe, the answer is here.
Turn the music off! Oh, dude, my God.
UFO Report, Third Phase of Moon. We're not alone.
I think it's terrifying. I mean, this seems potentially like one of the biggest stories of my lifetime. And I don't care if it's about UFOs or whatever you call it. Something that we don't understand is getting very close to our military aircraft.
The technologies related to energy generation should come out first.
This hybrid aerospace underwater craft is able to basically generate an electromagnetic field.
It is President Trump's belief that the United States must remain as dominant in space as we are on land and sea and the air. And your charge is to see to that mission with the United States Space Force.
I mean, there were 3 people on my team assassinated, and I was almost killed.
With a lot of people that would like to know what's going on.
It's a matter of national security.
But apparently, just recovered are off-world vehicles not made on this Earth.
The president will respond to the subject the way they want them to. There's a black box with all the technologies that would give us a civilization that's sustainable, peaceful, etc., and that's been around for decades.
Everybody's asking the biggest question in the world. Are we alone?
Look, it's holding, it's just stalled out there.
The narrative that's being launched, which is a false narrative, is that we're not alone and that those civilizations are a threat. The problem is that the public has to be informed and involved.
It could be a brief statement saying, hallelujah, I'm finally vindicated.
I'm not completely convinced they're gonna let this stay like it is.
But the people who are surrounding that level of our politicians and government are not told. Like the movie Independence Day, where Will Smith, let's go kick alien butt.